cross-country journey with TriOomph. Today I thought I would go over a couple of things that we have in our tow vehicle, our trusty Nissan Frontier. And first off, for this cross-country drive, very important, good navigation. So we have a navigation system with integration with a smartphone, pretty common in a lot of vehicles nowadays, but really helpful for a trip like this. Then we have obviously smartphone with audiobooks and various things. We've listened to many interesting podcasts and political shows in regards to the US election, which was entertaining through the trip. And then you may notice here the Dishy, which is our Starlink Mini, which is the newest Starlink version with the Roam package. It actually works while you're driving, which is a new thing for Starlink, up to 100 miles per hour, which will go nowhere near that speed towing this big vessel behind us here. This is a good load for this vehicle. You don't need a full-size truck to tow it, but it is definitely, would be nice sometime to have a little bit bigger truck. But this is what we have, and it does the job pretty well. And but for that, we have this little device here that I've added, connects into the onboard computer. It's called a scan gauge, and it just gives me a bit of additional information on how the truck is doing and whether or not I'm pushing it too hard. So it gives us our fuel consumption here, which connects into the onboard computer. I'm not talking about fuel economy here because it's purely consumption. Lots of fuel is needed. Average about 20 to 22 liters per 100 kilometer. But like this morning we had a headwind, and we went up to about 25 for a little while, which definitely takes gas. But luckily we're in the United States, much cheaper fuel. I paid about $2.50 a gallon down in Texas. It's a little bit more here in Florida, but still nice to have affordable fuel for this extended road trip. The other thing that it does really well and really important is the temperature of the coolant in the radiator. So it gives me a really good indication of how much I'm pushing the motor. So right now it's 202 Fahrenheit, which is kind of the average. It goes between 198 and 204 most of the time, and within that range. If it gets a bit hotter, or I see it high for extended periods, I just have to lay off the gas a little bit. It tells me how much horsepower I'm using, so how much power it's going. So you can definitely see it fluctuate, especially at higher altitudes across the Colorado Plateau, and we're 7,000 feet, didn't quite make as much power with less oxygen available. So yeah, it's just good to see. You just have some really good indication of what the vehicle is doing, how it's doing. The other thing is unique with this truck is a manual transmission, which is really nice for towing in many ways. You don't have to worry about the transmission overheating like certain automatic transmissions can do sometimes. 6 gears. Usually drive around in 5th and spend a fair bit of time shifting between 5th and 4th. So when it is a bit of a hill or a bit of someone overtaken, definitely can drive sometimes for certain periods in 4th gear. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good setup. Works well. Definitely slow and steady and consistent, but it's a good tow vehicle. And then here we have the little rear camera that we can activate and see if the boat's still there. And it's a little scary. Looks the vehicle's coming behind us. Look a lot closer in the rear view camera there. Yeah, the other thing that's a little bit particular that we have for this type of truck, which is not that common, we have oversized mirrors that are tow mirrors that were a bit of an add-on to the vehicle for towing. So that's kind of a nice 2-part mirror. The boat's quite wide, so it's right at the 8'6" on a limit. So it's nice to be able to see around the sides. You just have a lot better visibility. The car's coming behind you. And other little things that we've done, rear suspension, we have a little bit of a extra bump stop. It's called Timbren bump stop. It just helps to level out the vehicle a little bit. But other than that, the vehicle's pretty much stock there as far as the mechanical aspects of it.
So where are we going?
And we are headed over to the Kennedy Space Center. We should be there this evening, and we're hoping to check out a rocket launch on Monday on the Veterans Day, which is November 11th. There's a Falcon 9 launch. Give us one more satellite for our Starlink, probably. And so, yeah, we're hoping to check that out. Seems really cool. And then there's the Kennedy Space Center as well, which is a bit of a touristy thing, but has a lot of history about space travel, which Jill and I are kind of interested in. So it should be fun to do that as we get closer to our destination. And then from there, we're going to head over to Tampa Bay, which is where we're going to launch the boat and start the water portion of the adventure. Also, in the thing in the background here, you can see we're pretty close to where Hurricane Helene hit about a month ago. You can see there's a fair bit of tree damage here in this area. They're still kind of picking up the pieces here. So we're in the Florida Panhandle, just past Tallahassee there, which is where I guess they got some of the winds from that big storm. And so yeah, hopefully they're still cleaning up a bit from that one. Here we are, signing off Florida.
Check reported ahead on I-10 East.
Yeah, speed check report ahead, no problem, no danger. No danger there.